Welcome to another walk and talk video. Today I'm going to be walking in my white Sporty Kates. They're beautiful, 85 millimeters, size 39, and I am wearing a pair of Wolford Satin Touch 20 tights. They're beautiful. They're the color sand, and they're a size large. I don't really need a size large. That's just what I happen to have gotten. I do pretty well with a size medium, but even with them being large, all of their nude colors just look so good. Like, they don't look patchy like a black would when it's too big, so I love them. They're comfortable. I got extra room to move, and we are going to be walking for 5 minutes in these Sporty Kates. And I figured we will be talking about my history in this field. Which field are you asking? Because I am in many. That is a great question. I'm pretty much going to tell the history of me getting into all of this entire line of work. So let's get started. We're going to be walking at a nice, let's see, a 1.2. That feels comfortable. We're going to do 1.2 miles per hour. That's what we did last time. I do have to be careful with how I walk in these just because they are heels, they are stiletto. So if I wobble a little bit, don't make fun. But I got into the adult industry 5.5 years ago, give or take. In 2020, like a lot of people, I had lost my job. I was a licensed cosmetologist, and I just wanted to earn some money, and I had heard some things about OF, and I'm like, maybe I'll try it, what the heck. I was really scared, though, because I was born and raised Mormon. I don't think a lot of y'all know that one. Born and raised Mormon, church every Sunday, every Wednesday, any extra activities. My family was there, very hardcore. It was not great for me. But yeah, so I was a little nervous, but I'm like, fuck it. We're gonna try it. Like, we'll see what happens. And I started that August of 2020. All my close friends knew. They were supportive of it. They were actually helping me take pictures. No, they were not helping me do completely risque photos in the beginning. I was a little too scared for that. So in the very beginning, it was more like photos by the pool or just things like that. Very tame, very chill. And I actually got on a job website for the adult world, and I had companies reach out to me. So my boyfriend at the time, we're no longer together, but super sweet dude, he was like, yeah, go for it, I support you. So I met up with some shady companies in shady hotels. I would not recommend that part, but would go to these weird locations and film scenes. And one of the companies was like, yeah, what's your stage name? And I'm like, stage name? A stage name? I need a stage name. So I had to create a stage name, and that's when Emma Cirrus was created. Emma Cirrus was created sitting on, I don't want to say a balcony, but when you're at a motel, like all the doors are outside and there's like the walkway, like especially if you're on the second or third floor, it's kind of like a balcony vibe. That, yeah. I was sitting outside of a room of a motel with my ex, thinking of what my name would be, because I needed a stage name. So that's when Emma Cirrus came to life. And then after that, I shot with a few more companies, and I was like, dang, this is awesome. I want to shoot more. So one of the companies was like, hey, I know an agency. I can possibly get you in. So then I started shooting a ton of mainstream. Shot a ton in Florida. My OF was like really slow, inconsistent. I just didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know how to do social media. All I knew was I kind of just threw myself into this industry and I wanted to do more. So from there, I started filming in LA. I went out to LA and Vegas for the first time. I grew up super poor too. I was super poor. We hardly ever traveled. If we traveled, we didn't go far. Like, we went to Myrtle Beach a few times, driving. And we're from Virginia, so that's not a crazy hike. A little long, but nothing crazy. But that was like our big trips, was going to Myrtle Beach. And that stopped happening after a while, because we were too poor. So me going to Florida every other month, crazy. Me going to LA, me going to Vegas, It was just a lot for a young, I was 21 when I started. So 21, 22-year-old, it was just a lot. And then, yeah, so I realized social media was a big deal. So I'm like, okay, let me figure out how to do this social media thing. Got on YouTube. I have done so much on YouTube. I have a YouTube plaque. I would show it if I wasn't walking. I started doing more on Instagram. Had an Instagram. I think my biggest is, it's not a huge number, but my biggest is like 140 something thousand followers. Nothing crazy, but I have multiple Instas now. I did a lot of random stuff on TikTok. I will not say TikTok is my best platform now, but like I was figuring it out. So like I was growing on TikTok, growing on Instagram. Now I'm growing on Facebook. And slowly over time, I shifted from mainstream work to social media work and then to OF just being so much bigger. And I will say thank you, YouTube, because YouTube is what made my OF take off. And I'm just like so happy for that, because me doing like the fashion, clothing, whatever, is what got me to this point. And I kind of accidentally fell into nylons because of YouTube. YouTube has a recommendation in the back of house, you know, for the creator studio. It's just like the AI system will recommend you content, and it recommended me nylons. And I'm like, I'll try it. And then it just started blowing up. And so now I'm huge in the nylon community. Let's see, what are we at? We have burned 13 calories. That's wild. There's no way I've only burned 13 calories. We are at 5:49, so I'm going to stop it. We basically did 6 minutes, so we cheated. It was supposed to be 5 minutes, and we did 6. This is a long story that I've like summed up super, super quickly. But yeah, so now I went from adult entertainer to social media influencer. And it's funny because I was never a big name adult entertainer, and I am not the biggest name social media influencer, and I'm definitely not the biggest OF creator, but I love it. I love it so much. This year, we're going into 6 years. I've got the Exoticas coming up. Chicago Exotica I'm about to go to. This will be year 6 of going to New Jersey Exotica, which is wild. And it's just so exciting. I don't plan on quitting anytime soon. And I enjoy it so much. And you guys make it so much fun. Like the fact that you guys watch all my YouTube videos, watch, you know, my other accounts. Some of y'all are subscribed on the personal site. Like, you guys make my life happen. And it's awesome. And I appreciate you guys. I have, like most people, a lot of trauma. Trauma, insecurities, all the things that most people have. I have my version of those. So this industry has like completely pulled me out of a lot of that. I mean, there's still a few things that, you know, come back here and there. No, I'm not perfect, but you guys have really made a big difference. So thank you guys so much. But we're gonna pop these heels off real quick. We're gonna do a little feet check. So it's funny, in the last video you got of the walking, you guys got to see how my toes were like super red and stuff. Well, these heels bring my toes to like a point. And it's so funny. I don't even think y'all can really see that. This is like a terrible, terrible angle for that. But whatever. The feet actually don't hurt that bad in these, which is crazy because these shoes, these heels especially, murder my feet. Because they're so narrow and I have a wide foot. Y'all just saw it. I have a wide foot. And these just really narrow my feet out more than they should. So if I'm actually walking around in